The 7 cheapest countries to visit on a budget. People around the world are desperate to get out and travel after so many border closures and lockdowns in 2020. We have all spent a lot of time at home reading, watching movies, browsing social media, and admiring photos and videos of amazing places all over the world. Travelers like myself who have traveled the world before are itching to hop on a flight once borders reopen. Inexperienced travelers are also anticipating a visit once borders are reopened. Many people are struggling financially these days. Fortunately, if you travel to the right places, you can travel the world for very little money. Many beautiful places in the world are perfect for vacations, but they don't cost a fortune to visit. There are 7 countries in the world with the lowest cost of living in addition to their interesting attractions, making them well worth a visit. Take a look at some of these cheap countries and decide which you would like to visit next. 1. Cambodia. Southeast Asia is known for its cheap prices. It is also amazing in terms of its beauty, history, cuisine, religious architecture, and natural scenery. Travel to Cambodia is probably the cheapest in Southeast Asia. One of the best things to do in Cambodia is to visit the ancient Khmer temples of Siem Reap and to visit the museums and palaces of Phnom Penh. It is only able to eat $1 a day at Cambodian hostels. 2. Vietnam. Vietnam is an affordable country to visit, with many options for budget-friendly accommodation and food. In addition, transportation costs are relatively low, and there are plenty of free or cheap activities to enjoy. That said, it's still important to research your options in advance and be aware of potential scams. With a little planning, you can have an amazing and affordable trip to Vietnam. There are more than 50 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, as well as beautiful beaches and mountainous regions. While the cheapest option might not always be the best option, this destination does offer many budget-friendly choices that won't break the bank. 3. Morocco. Morocco is one of the cheapest African countries, despite the cheap Southeast Asian countries. Be wary of Morocco's tourist traps. As an example, Marrakech is a bright and colorful city in Morocco. Many travelers visit it to explore the expansive Medina, and to book trips into the Sahara Desert or the Atlas Mountains. While in Marrakech, your best bet is to buy your food at the local restaurant for less and avoid the tourist restaurants on the main square for a more economical experience. An additional perk is that hostels around Morocco will generally be around $8-10 per night, and tours are generally more affordable as well. Don't forget to see the blue city of Chefchaouen, the beaches of the west coast, and the mountains and the desert. 4. Bolivia. Bolivia is one of the cheapest South American countries to visit for backpackers and budget travelers. You can travel around Bolivia for $20 a day if you stay in hostels and eat at local restaurants. Bolivia is a very traditional country, so you'll see South American life in its natural state. There are 2 main attractions in Bolivia: the surreal landscape of Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat, and the blue waters of Lake Titicaca, the world's highest navigable lake. A real adventure awaits you off the tourist trail in remote local villages and the jungles of the Amazon. 5. Nepal. For travelers looking to explore remote corners of the globe, Nepal is an excellent destination. It is one of the cheapest Asian countries outside of Southeast Asia. People come here to hike Mount Everest, but only those who are incredibly fit and ambitious and with lots of money saved, because it is extremely expensive to hike Mount Everest. However, if you'd like to trek in less touristy mountains, you can do so for very little money in Nepal. Enjoy home-cooked meals in cozy guest houses for as little as $10-20 per day. 6. Laos. Aside from its Buddhist temples and waterfalls, Laos is another affordable destination in Southeast Asia. From its ancient historical sites to the lush forests, this country is a perfect choice for history buffs and outdoor enthusiasts alike. In addition to monuments, palaces, temples, and museums, there are also shrines and other impressive architecture across the country. Laos's best man-made and natural attractions generally cost less than $2 to enter, and many people can travel throughout the country for less than $30 a day. 7. Bulgaria. Europe might not seem like a budget destination, as countries like Scandinavia are more expensive, and most of Western Europe is as well. Bulgaria is an inexpensive place to visit in Europe. It's not overrun with tourists, so the locals are exceedingly welcoming. Daily free walking tours of Sofia are available so that locals can teach visitors about their culture and history. Costs for hostels in Bulgaria are around $5-9 per night, and you can go to a nice restaurant for a great meal for less than $20. Bulgaria has lots of architecture